What is up, world saviors? I am Beau, and this is Dubs.
Hello.
And we are here doing our weekly get-together, and it's like a party. Is it a party? Is it a show? Is it saving the world? What is it? What is it to you?
A smarty?
It's a smarty.
Yeah.
We're having a smarty with smart drinks. We're doing smart whiskey, which is not alcoholic. What have I done? Okay, this works. Oh, this is fascinating. Nothing works anymore. That's how it's what you want to do. Glad I clicked live. That was a great thing. Okay, here we go. I bet that does it. Right? Yes. Okay. Okay, day so 151. It's the 150th first day of the year, and it is our 10th episode together.
Snap. Look at that.
So we can drink to that.
Oh, but yeah, we can drink to that. But then we have to, the Koreans.
It won't be the first. It won't be the prime drink, the prime thing. Oh, I don't think that's right. I think it's 90, but maybe it's right. I don't know. I don't know when I set that up. It's close enough. 94.9 something years till the 2K. Okay, so the semantics of this conversation are that the word semantics means the meaning of words, and BOR is a body of elected representatives. RQ is representation quotient, but it's really the number total, the actual how many people are being represented by a person. Like, for instance, Mamdani's RQ is 15.6%. Elected representation, choosing any member of the group to speak on your behalf. One-to-one representation provides a platform for agreement instead of having to disagree with people and incentivizing negativity.
Wait, one sec. On the Mandami thing, you said he was 15 point some percent. That is of New York or of the U.S.?
Of adults, not of the U.S., but that's a good point. There's another thing you got to think about. But no, for when you do these restricted elections, it's a distortion of RQ, but the way we would measure it is of people who could have voted, adult citizens of New York would be the total members. Okay. And how many did he receive? He only got 15% of people, of those adult citizens voting for him. Because New York's big. It's just, but that's a lot of power that the mayor has in certain cities. Oh, boom, and unchamber. I'm going to introduce this word to get rid of, one of the functions of representation is getting rid of people that don't need to be in the conversation. And so if you have 0 RQ, meaning you elected a representative, well, guess what? They're going to speak for you, and then you get out of here. Unchamber, get out of the chamber.
Interesting. Like for myself, when I think of chambering, I guess maybe just being like a gun nut, whatever person. I think of like chamber. Right. You got to chamber the reps. So we chamber the rounds, and if you are a round 0, you get 2 chambers in the head. They drag you out. Do you need them out? Even if it's just a little section of the website, get them out of there. They're not smiley facing, up voting, down voting. You have a rep. Get out of the conversation. There's a lot of people that think democracy is more. No, more people. A lot of things happening. People clicking keys. Nope. Homo, human, and not a homo. Oh, you're a homo. Ass is glutes, not anus. Moon is our word for menstruation. Unreality is your constructed reality of what is actual reality. And we can get into this because I kind of described this in this morning rant I did yesterday. But I had it was all blurred faced, which really is the most important thing. That my face, I think I was making some cogent points and coherently, but so the way I'm describing it is reality is what it is, and you're constructing what you think is reality. Oh, okay, so this looks pretty good. Well, then reality moves, and if you don't reassess, you are looking at this as reality because your idea of reality you think is reality. But that's just unreality. Okay. So the earth being round is unreality. We don't know if it's actually round. It's impossible to prove. I mean, it's not like perfectly round, right? We know that, right?
It's not a sphere is a fun thing to say. Yeah. Because it's not a sphere at all. Everyone knows that. But what I'm realizing is
in other words, I live in unreality. I understand that what I'm imagining is real is not actually real, but what I've imagined. Just like what I see is what's reflected and heard. And you know how your brain can interpret things? You think you see things because your brain, there's an interpreting part of your brain.
Maybe I'm not.
It's like a left and right connection. Like if they show people one thing on the left and one thing on the right, like they don't see the thing on the right.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen this split brain.
It's like if it's a lawnmower, they assume the brain goes, oh, well, it must be grass, and you start to imagine you saw grass or something like that.
Okay.
It's not exactly like that at all, but
Yeah.
something. So isn't that fascinating?
Yeah. I'm thinking of there's a they did like the split brain thing where I guess some people that had like their brain severed for whatever reason, and like they could show something on the screen, and if it was on the left side that they couldn't see it, but like it was affecting their brain. Like they'd see an apple and they would know that, but they didn't consciously see it, kind of thing.
It gets real kooky. So all this effort, and I forgot my little pinchy. Okay, so
this though actually this to me kind of reminds me of like Bayesian reasoning in a way.
Bayesian reasoning?
Bayesian.
Bayesian?
B-A-S-I-N, Bayesian.
Oh,
I think, right? Are you familiar with that? Well, we should talk about that at some point. It's kind of like I'm trying to think of who maybe is popular as it the most. But like, essentially, it's kind of like whenever we all have our priors of what we think is true, and the Bayesian way of approaching it is, all right, whatever you think is going to happen, you'll like put odds on what that is, right? So like, all right, I think that the world is round, and so if I get a data point, and I have a 95% confidence that that's true. So if I see a data point that says that the world isn't round, I have to like be like, okay, I was pretty confident that wasn't true. How much do I have to adjust my percentage like conception that is true now to be able to
because most people think that, or what's the 90%?
Oh, it's all, you get to make up your own priors, like, so like I have like, I feel 95% confident that the world is round, kind of thing. But then if you get a data point that says it's not round, you don't have to throw out everything, but you're like, oh, well, now I have to update because I was pretty confident in that and I have this data point. So how do I handle that?
Oh, so is it about reassessing reality constantly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I would call it Bayesian.
Bayesian, of course. Yeah.
Bayesian. No, that sounds perfect. Yep, they got the answer to the. So when I say answer to the universe, it means, and tell me how redonkulous this is, but people need things said in the sort of similar, memorable ways. But maybe there are too many S's. Maybe there are not enough S's.
There's never enough S's.
Yeah. Self-sustaining, self-schooling, and self-spreading. It's self-sustaining, meaning if you have to give me $5 for this to happen, no, that doesn't work. It has to be that people who want to give $5 will give $5. If people want to show up and sell hot dogs for nothing and or mow the yard for free, then that is a self-sustaining thing. Things people will want to do. That's when I say it's the answer to the universe. It's self-sustaining. It's self-schooling. By doing it, you understand the concept and the process. Like by just doing elected representation, you're like, you see that other people can choose people, and you're like, oh, I can choose anyone? I mean, you figure that out. And then you see how they add it. You can see what happens. It's all you learning by doing kind of thing. And then self-spreading, because it is something that works, other people will inherently see you doing it and be able to do it and join. It's understood that more people doing something, whatever, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I almost feel like it's almost being memeified. Like that would be a means of being an answer to the universe.
Yeah. Oh, well, so one thing is that it's easy to spread because it's simple. So another aspect of it is it's simple. And that's one of the things I was thinking is it that it's simple for simple people, simple simpleton? Is it a packaged up? What a lot of people do is, instead of understanding the concept I'm talking about, especially with one-to-one, they think about, oh, well, this is how you should market it. Well, this is what you should say, how you should present it. Well, but you don't even understand what I'm talking about, So that's what's so difficult. Because when I say elected representation, people think governments, and we've never had elected representation in human history. All right, so now let's give a toast to our people in North Korea, those suffering. Our heart goes out to you. Thank you.
Yes.
I mean, thank you for.
Yeah. Just paying homage. Like they have a hell of a life they have to live. So
Yeah.
it sucks. I'm good. I was afraid we might miss that section, so I'm glad you had it.
Yeah, and I don't even, when I think about this, I really don't know what to do. Like, how could one-to-one get them out of that? It's just, well, see, also, this would be the true test of something. Is it unstoppable? Well, that's another thing about the answer to the universe. It's self-spreading. You can't stop it, is what I mean.
Right. Yeah. But when they control all the means of communication, it's tough to spread, right?
But that's what I mean. Like understanding the concept of RQ is a one-to-one. I mean, that's you get on one-to-one then.
Right.
And so it's a fraction. So you could teach people how fractions work. You could tell stories. You see, and then they had the common denominator. And you could, because I think they teach the North Koreans fractions because they need to know math to that level. And they probably kill them if they don't learn fractions.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, we love them. And we'll hope you get out of there. But the bottom line is it's going to have to come to praising. So just like one-to-one is going to be co-opted by the billionaires eventually, it's going to come to, we need to praise the Lord God.
The dear leader?
Kim.
Yeah.
Oh, people call it the Kimdom. I've never heard that term before.
Oh, me either.
It's obvious. Why would we not call it the Kimdom?
Right, I guess.
The Kim's the ruling Kim.
Yeah.
The Kim dynasty. This is how it was in China when there'd be like a dynasty for just, everyone full control.
Right.
Not one crack in the puzzle.
Yeah.
No one's going to get in.
I'm trying to call what Hitchens used to call it a necrocracy. Because I think in something in the lore is almost like the original leader didn't die. And so I don't know if it's like like they were reified somehow, reincarnated or something. Anyway, apparently there's some element of where like literally they're being ruled by dead people in some way. But I don't remember the details, but I remember Hitchens calling them.
Okay, yeah. And then also you've got, totally different but related is the leaders of the Tibetan Buddhists. What do they call those? They're who's the guy? The Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
Right. And there was another guy, a second in charge or something, Pashtun Lama or something.
Oh, I'm not familiar with
and so it's a hereditary, like a reincarnated position. You know how they find the guy, they go with the toys. And so, but here's like a thing. China, they said this is the reincarnated guy. China then arrested the guy and then they don't know, did they kill him or not?
Right.
So is he reincarnated or not? Do you say, oh, we found the reincarnated one, and then they go, oh, he's still alive.
Right.
Look at you,
Yeah.
You buffoons. I don't even know what happened with that, or I made it up, or whatever.
No. That sounds right. Because I'd heard something similar. But I thought that they were like hiding. Oh, but see, I thought that they hadn't picked one because they were afraid of that. Anyway, I just need to go do some research on that because
that was interesting. I need to as well. Okay. So be a feminist, be a masculist, allow women to kill unborn children, obvious stuff. This is a real solution here. This is one you can wrap your mind around. This is where you reduce the budget of whatever government you're under. Everybody, every member gets an equal, rich people too, everybody gets an equal amount of that dividend divided up equally. It's just wonderful. Pure butter. Gerrymandering is stupid. Don't do it. You don't need districts with elected representation. Form the board. You're a part of lots of groups. This is one-to-one. It's these 11 words. Elect and measure. Ignore is the process. You elect, you choose, and then you measure who choose what, who. And then you ignore those people who are zero, get them out of the room. Then if they're low RQ, not enough to your liking, you don't think that's impressive enough, then you ignore them. And you can think of Emmy because she's got a cute face. And curate wisdom as you live your life. Give it to your children. This is really something everybody should be doing. I can't believe this is something that needs to be said. But people think, here's the problem. People just tap the deck. They go, oh, the Bible. Yeah, we'll just be a Christian. And you're giving them too much. It's like an encyclopedia kind of, and they need to know what specifically do you think is good. And it gets their brain thinking about what's wisdom and all that.
And that can evolve, right? Generation through generation can be refined. versus just being a in
Yeah.
stone thing.
And I think that's where you start to see what's really important across all people, because it's genuine, and you can't stop it. This is answer to the universe level, because you can't stop it. You can't stop someone from teaching their children wisdom and blah blah blah. Words mean only what their users thought they meant when they used them. That is the core of what a word is. Words cannot have meaning that has not been applied to them. Oh, isn't that nice? Okay, well, let's get into something. Oh, last show.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so the Democratic autopsy, I didn't realize exactly what we were talking about, because we did talk about it last time, right?
Yeah.
And so this guy, don't walk, run. In fact, I started a video. Oh, that's what we looked at. Where I was showing you editing, how you have to edit in front. I have to put multiple layers to fix the power director idiot situation I'm in. Yeah, they were completely hiding this thing, and it was all terrible.
Right. Well, I mean, I understand why, because it was like just poorly done, right? It was just like there was no executive summary. It like missed huge pieces of what happened. Like, it was not very long. I mean, for what one would expect something as big as that to be. So yeah, it was just an incomplete thing, and so I think that's why.
Yeah, I guess, and the main thing was the main dude, who was the chair. He was all over the place with presenting this and kind of sort of falsely claiming all kind of crazy shit. Forming a board for the Democratic Party to save the Democratic Party is what Democrats should do. If someone's interested in saving the Democratic Party, form a board of actual Democrat people. Does that make sense to you? I mean, even you understand enough about one-to-one representation to kind of know what I'm talking about. But like, if I've told you that, would you understand?
I think so. I don't know that I would know how to like get everyone to do it, but I think I could do it for myself. Yeah.
Yeah. So if there are a group of 50 Democrats that wanted to form a board, you would know what to do. Right. Do you see how that would be different?
Different than what?
How that would affect things differently?
I mean, I'd be speculative, I think, but I buy into the concept.
I guess people have a problem with other people have to join it first for it to have power, that kind of thing. They don't see how 50 people would affect anything. So you don't understand how, like, you're 1/50th of that group. So obviously people join it, and you want people to join it because you want it to be successful. So you want people to join. People want to join because if you're saying things, it's the recipe for gathering people. It's a recipe for getting, all these people with all this honey. Why do we say you attract more flies with honey? We do say that, right?
Yeah. Or yeah, you catch more flies with honey, I think.
But don't you catch more flies with shit?
Probably, yeah. I think it's not quite an old wives' tale, but something like that. But
yeah, it doesn't make a lot
but I mean,
of sense.
I guess.
I'm
Well,
not
I mean, you don't catch them. Right? The whole thing is like you're trying to like
you
get
draw
them
more
stuck,
flies.
right? They get stuck in the honey and then they can't get out, kind of thing, or whatever, right?
Oh, I guess that's a. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the idea that you're gonna not just attract them, but honey will? You got to be so sticky sweet.
Right. I mean, I think, right? I think that's kind of why else would you be wanting flies? It's like you're trying to keep them from like flying around and bothering you.
So I looked up Robert Moses. That's the guy who took over New York City. I mentioned a guy who was the parks guy.
Oh yes,
and
okay,
he's
got
like,
it.
What a strange occurrence.
Yeah.
He was the New York City park commissioner. And he ended up being the most powerful man. 40-year reign, had domination of the city.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't think anyone could get elected without him, that kind of thing. Like, because once power gets to be that way. So it's an example also how naturally power just goes certain ways. It might be the Catholic Church is just all of a sudden controlling 40% of everything that happens in the United States. But if we have a board, we have the ability to speak, and we're measuring that, and we can say things. So as long as you could say things, people talk about stuff still, at least. He was never elected. Not interesting. Never elected. Unelected rulers. New stuff. Okay, so the cells in your body are 30 to 40 trillion.
That's not new. That's like
not new.
Oh, but we have.
But there are an equal number of cells of bacteria in your body.
Okay.
Is what I read somewhere, or maybe I interpreted it wrong, but whatever. If that's the case or anything like it, that means we have enslaved bacteria within our body. Our cells have enslaved with forced labor a race of bacteria, multiple races of bacteria.
That's a it's a funny way to think about it.
I am just wondering what the hell we are.
Yeah, because we kind of lure them in too, right? Because we eat food, and then that gets into our
We've learned
colon, and then we just absorb. Like, yeah, no, you're part of us now. And then we breed them. And
you kind of want to stick around, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, voluntary forced labor. Voluntary location. I mean, it can't go anywhere. It doesn't know any better. I guess is one aspect of things. That's that kind of surf thing. When someone is not necessarily forced to be there, they just don't know enough to leave. And that's why so many times you'll see in the government stuff, it's like these rights that you have must be handed to you constantly. Mm-hmm. Like when you go to the doctors or whatever, you got to sign, you saw this, right? You saw this. Mm-hmm. You have all these rights.
Yeah.
And I guess it doesn't matter as much now because it's sort of, for the most part, doctors are not like just gouging your eye out and selling it on the back market or something crazy.
Yeah, tends not to be the case. Yeah.
But like in special ed, the procedural safeguards is like a thick 5-6 page thing. Mm-hmm. You got to mail. It has to be with everything. Any notice, anytime you have a meeting, you're constantly giving out this and marking down that you give it to them.
Yeah.
And so you'll have a log, like literally you could have, I guess it could be hundreds, but maybe 100 times by the time you're in high school, you've received this.
Wow.
So for the legal defense of the school district, mm-hmm. you've been notified,
right? Yeah.
Dozens of times. But here's the problem with that, because you get it so often, you're like, oh, this thing again, this gobbledygook that mm-hmm. doesn't mean anything. Yep. So are you concerned about the reality of half equals one?
I think you asked me this last time, and I am. Well, I'm not. I guess I'm not, because I don't think it's true. And you were talking about rounding.
Let's see, there we go. You're lying. And we can bring up the previous episode where you acknowledged that, yes, of course. Remember, that was where we go, oh, yeah, but of course, when you're rounding. Yes,
right, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Half equals one all the time in math. Whenever you're talking about math or science or physical reality, half equals one.
Yeah.
Let's just wait for you to accept it. Do you accept it?
No, I was just thinking, like, man, that's so much, though. It's like literally half. It's not even the majority.
Okay, but here, something I'm after here is, this is half the people saying something, right? You know that the bore is just speaking. So it's just people saying something. Mm-hmm. So where are you on one-to-one representation? Where are you on forming a bore?
I mean, I'm open. I'm curious. I'm bore curious.
Yes, this skepticism thing. So you what did you say about you got to have safeguards or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do you understand we don't need safeguards for people to talk? Right?
Yes.
What, you think we do?
No, I agree with you. We don't need safeguards for people to talk.
So those safeguards are something that you would do anyway. Like you would lock your door. Mm-hmm. You would, if a gang of people got together and did something, you would call the police and deal with it. So there's things you would do. Those things are going to happen no matter what. This is not curing cancer. This is just representing people, allowing people to speak. But the default of half equals one means that is going to be the default. That is going to be a big deal. Mm-hmm. If half of people agree to something, mm-hmm. that is a thing that's going to, the reasoning, the reaction, the way, the incentivizing of society is going to be that we just all go that way.
See, that sounds like the tyranny of not even the majority, tyranny of the half-ority.
But it's all voluntary. You want to be that way. It's just easier.
Yeah, that's where my skepticism kicks in some more, right? It's like
but you're not thinking about what this is. This is you, everyone. This is half of us genuinely agree to something. Mm-hmm. So in other words, what you and most people agree to, you're saying, no, I don't know about that. Hold on, right. Me and what I agree to and most people agree to, I don't know. Why?
Well, I think I think there's value historically and like certain groups that weren't enough to be the majority having their rights protected, even though they didn't have enough representation to, be a force that could like get their way, but at least they would be considered, like by the rules, just because almost like a benevolent sort of thing. Like, hey, you guys, you don't have enough representation to like make a difference, but we're gonna respect these rules because otherwise we could just run roughshod over you and take your stuff or whatever.
Yeah, I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around. I'll have to watch that on the replay. This is like how I have to have a conversation. It's over periods of weeks. So on the skepticism note, that's what I was when I was repeatedly mocking you as stupid for being skeptic. That's what I hate is when people go, like when it's like obviously this is what we should do, right? I don't know, maybe I don't know. I'm skeptic. Well, hold on, you're just not accepting reality,
Yeah.
It can be. Someone can be not accepting reality and thinking that they're a skeptic. Maybe that's what I'm.
Sure. Like, 'cause sometimes it's hard to vocalize your specific concern. I think in this case, I do have a specific concern. Like, hey, I'm concerned about the minority points of view, where if you're 40% of the population, and you have a point of view, but it's like no, half agreed, so sorry about it, kind of thing.
Well, just in rounding, half equals one.
Yeah.
The reality is that when something is half of something, it is definitely that. Right?
That's so arbitrary though, because like you don't have to round on 0.5. You could round on 0.75, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's not like that's an arbitrary distinction.
What? You could round on 0.75.
Yeah, right? Why?
Because the units are half.
Well, no, like just because it's arbitrary. Like you'd say, oh well, 0.75 is close enough, but I'm not going to round unless it's over, like, right? Because there's like that's not like any kind of mathematical law. That's just like a convention.
A convention,
right?
What? No, wait, what's going on? Are we in separate universes?
Because I know, like, sometimes I'm trying to remember. I've definitely dealt with different rounding where it's kind of like, oh well, we don't round on 0.5 because that's not even.
It hurts people's feelings. Oh, that's right, because minorities were getting offended, so that we don't round on 5 anymore.
That's right. Well, so yeah. Well, I mean, and also especially given like when you're just talking about 1/2 equals 1, and you're talking about the whole being the 1, that's like way more than this was 500,000.6. Okay, that's 500,001. Okay, sure. But like if it's literally 0.5 or 1, you're talking about the whole thing, and that's the.
But you have to. So when you round to a certain point, and so you say after that, if it's a 4 or below, it's off because it's not as much of half. I mean, what? Right?
Well, I understand that it's a convention, but I don't think it's a convention in terms of like, no one says like, oh, half the people decided. That's basically everyone decided. I don't think that is the same way we think about rounding. It's like, hey, do you want to round up when you're paying your bill at HEB? Like, sure, all right. I had a $150 bill, and I'll pay an extra 37 cents to round it up to
Yeah, they're saying, do you want to like override and round up? Just round it up regardless of half, regardless of anything. Do you want to do this?
Right.
Because they're saying they want to get some extra money, and so, but it has nothing to do with if they said, do you want me to round this off? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to say up, because otherwise if you round it off,
you just be
round it off. No, you round it off. Yeah, I get 25 cents back. Get a manager. You said round off. No, when she said it was round off. Oh my God. Okay, so I feel like that is some kind of brain fart that is not even I'm not going to blame you for that. That's not even the real you.
All right. Well, no.
Wait,
we give me a chance to like put together some documentation to defend myself on this section, because I feel like pretty strongly.
Oh, that's when you need to see the replay and think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Skepticism is so like imagine like you're I can't think of anything. This is spur of the moment. Like we're all the house is on fire. Let's let's get those fire extinguishers and put the fire out. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we should. I'm skeptical. I mean, is that a skeptic?
I would
says,
be a
"Oh,
skeptic, but I don't feel like I'm that though.
Okay, but that, you see what I mean? Like, that's no. Well, whatever it was, but there is something like, dude, here's how we can represent ourselves, and you're like, oh, maybe, a little bit. Why there's a hesitation that people will not commit to the obvious.
Well, no, I think I agree with largely your initiative, but I don't agree that half is one, in the sense that I think that it's really important that half is not really like I think the way the Senate does it, right? You need 60% to even like pass legislation kind of thing. Like I like that threshold being higher than half.
No, I'm just saying in reality, half is one. If someone is half something, they are that, undeniably. Like if Obama, he's half white,
right?
So he's undeniably white. You would have to be a complete white supremacist to say that he's like been given impurities and not white. That would be a white supremacist who doesn't see Obama as white. Guaranteed he is not 100% white in that sense, like his genetic code is purely white. I'm saying he is 100% guaranteed to qualify as white because he's half white. How is something half something and not doesn't count?
What if he's like 0.495 white?
Oh, he's not white.
Okay.
Hey, some trash race. Get him out of here. What the fuck are you talking about? Impure. I think I have a friend that's like 0.49 white. I have one friend.
Some of my best friends are 0.49 white.
Some of my best friends are 0.49% white. Oh my God. All right. Well, that was a good show. Okay, so where do we go?
That's okay.
No, we're not done. We're not
Okay.
done at all.
Okay.
And it sucks, dude. Because I need to. Okay. So what I talked about in the morning rant yesterday was the 9 stages, the 9 events of instruction, which are assessment. I mean, you need to assess people to really teach someone properly. You need to assess whether they understand it. So as much as I do need to put together lessons, okay, that's what I mean. I need to assess people, but my lessons, so I need to put together lessons and then assess you during the lesson. And then that whole thing, we're all assessing whether my lessons were good or not. So we need you to be assessed in order to assess my lessons.
Okay.
Because you're the only one I got. Is there anyone out there that wants to know about anything? I mean, we'll talk about anything if you want. I got lots of Emmy videos if you like Emmy. We can watch Emmy videos. I mean, actually, why am I not doing that? I mean, the C3 girl concept was actually kind of perfect. Like every 30 minutes, essentially, we take a look at a woman.
Yeah.
Any woman really. What about Simone, the glasses? Do you remember the glasses, the cyber Renaissance cyber fascists?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean she's relatively attractive. Yeah.
But see, but it's like even just a female in the room is something soothing or something. Is that?
I mean, they're just beautiful to look at. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's some kind of feminine energy or something. Because when I watch their stuff every once in a while, but I'm just mesmerized by her expressions. And also, it's another thing because I'm listening to you when I'm on camera and you're talking. I don't know what to do because there's a thing about, and then what she does is like she's overexpressing like a theater kid.
Right.
Like,
right.
Wow. It's really hot, and I'm just completely entranced with like faces of women. Like honestly, there's one girl I got way into her ASMRs because I'm just like staring at her eyes. Like her eyes are black. She has. There's your pupil's black and the iris is some other color.
Typically, yeah.
It's all black. I'm like, what? So I'm just like looking at her eyes and then I'm like mesmerized. And then I started simping for her, what I call simping, Have you, so you had never heard that term?
Until you introduced it to me. like last week or
And did
whatever.
you hear it from other people around?
I may have heard it, but I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. It's never resonated. It's not something I even knew what it meant.
Oh, but as you hear a term, then you realize people say it all the time or something. But it's typically like a guy that's into some chick and defending her, white knighting her, like defending her for whatever reason.
Sure.
Because someone was doing a thing, this other adorable ASMR girl who's wholesome, and you just want to love people who are wholesome and don't go sexual. You know what I mean? It's just, you never thought that was, like, not being a prostitute was like a really good choice in life. You chose well, ma'am. Well done. You're raising children. You're not going to be a prostitute and sell pictures of your vagina online. That is fantastic. Really worked out well for your daughter.
Yeah.
But
and plus, then when you finally sell out, it's gonna be so valuable. Like you've like stored up all that.
right.
Goodness,
That's what she's storing up for. She's going to go to my website, Wholesome Farms. Right? Have we talked about that?
No. But wait, first,
What?
ASMR. What does that stand for? I forgot.
Autosexual masturbatory response.
Oh, okay. That's
I'm just kidding. It's some kind of, it's like you getting tingles. Like, have you ever been like, this would happen teaching when a child is drawing a picture for you, or was when I was a kid, another guy was Francisco and I were doing this project on Halloween, and when he was doing the effort to make the project, it was just like this sense, like a tingling in your spine. I was like, what is that? And then I was like, evolutionarily, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
And it must be that humans working together, it's just like, here's some good vibes.
Okay,
This is good, right?
Yeah.
You like
Okay.
working on things. You like cutting up the bodies of carcasses of animals, right?
Right.
With your buds. You got to survive. It's like, it's obviously some survival thing, evolutionary, but
it's the good. So some good feeling associated with some kind of collaborative thing.
okay, so that's where I had noticed like that there's a feeling you can have, a physical feeling in your body.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was interesting because I was like, I could see people getting addicted to that. You know what I mean? Like I could see teachers going, just draw me pictures all day. Kids drawing pictures for you is like, it is. I'm starting to get that tingle.
Yeah.
It's just like a surreal experience.
Okay.
It's I guess it's so real. A young homo is looking up to the older homo, and there is it's just like the rebirth or whatever. I don't have children, so maybe, that's, guys, people that have children are like, yeah, I get that all day long.
Well, that would mean like it's certainly a thing. Like even specifically what you're talking about, like my colleagues bring pictures their kids have drawn that they have posted at the office, right? Like it's some sort of valuable thing. Like this
Right.
effort is.
They're addicted to that chemical substance that's flowing through their veins.
Mm-hmm.
They're like at the kid heroin.
Yeah.
Wholesome heroin farms. Okay, so anyway, it's a lead in. The wholesome is a lead into when I get into porn later in life myself, because apparently I need to be a porn producer. The porn world doesn't know what it's doing. It's very engaged in fluids, and it doesn't need to be. It's just, they don't know. They don't know what they're doing.
So
less is more. Less is more.
You're going to set them straight. Okay, nice.
I'm going to take my understanding from the architectural world with, Mies van der Rohe and go with less is more.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go with Wholesome Farms. And it's spelled HOLES, of course.
Okay.
But it's just like, isn't that funny? Wholesome Farms with the HOL?
Yes.
But there really is a problem. There needs to be just wholesome. And look, okay, so ASMR has a sexual aspect to it, right?
Okay.
But we should see these people.
I'm still not totally clear what it means.
Oh my God, we should totally. Well, let's do an ASMR search after this,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
We'll do a silent because we can't do. I haven't incorporated audio, video yet into the technology. What is ASMR? I know so many of these characters. They're just absolute characters. Oh God, it is a whole fun thing to talk about. But it's the tingle. It's getting tingles. So they'll have like a microphone real close and they'll speak real low. I'm gonna tell you, and a lot of whispering sounds.
Mm-hmm.
They give you the tingles or whatever. But there's also hand motions that do. And I would have thought at first I thought, what's the hand motions? I guess they're just trying to do something visual because it's video. But I was like, oh wow, she just did a hand motion and did no sound, and I felt a tingle. I was like, amazing. And so it can be. So there's all different things. But then, so one of the things is like caring for you. Like I'm a doctor, so plenty of them are asexual. I mean, when we say playing doctor, that's like a sexual thing. Mm-hmm. But they will do like, I'm taking care of you, and it's like, oh hey, how you doing? Oh my God, look at you. And just the being cared for, that's like the child drawing a picture for you.
Right.
There's some kind of wholesome things that we're programmed to appreciate.
Uh-huh.
This guy's counting out berries for me. Like that's a friend. Like if you don't get it evolutionarily, that guy is good for you, then that guy's gonna like, fuck this motherfucker. I ain't counting berries for this asshole. You know what I mean?
Right.
You need to be like, thank you, and groom him. I guess we would be grooming.
Right, yeah.
Then, right? We're like, oh, let me pick some nits off of you because I like this guy. I got 3 nits picked off. This is nice. Oh God, I need to go get some more. I guess as primates, we were addicted to getting nits. We would love it when we had, nits are what are those? Termites? What the hell are nits?
Yeah,
termite. I mean, not termite. Hair termites.
Oh, like lice kind of thing.
Lice.
Yeah.
Nits. You know what nits are?
I mean,
the nits are the nest of the lice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And so you pick the the nest off, and then that's the eggs. Mm. So by doing that, you're helping get rid of obviously the source of the problem. Uh-huh. So strange. Now they would of course eat them too, I think, because we're homos. We would eat anything.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, it's protein probably, right?
We just stick it in our mouth. That's how we were as babies, right? We just stick it in our mouth. So is this food? But that's another thing about reality is when we're babies, we're learning reality. And some people still have their baby reality. Here's real reality, and we construct unreality on top. But we think this is actual reality. And then sometimes it goes back to babies. Like these people think their mother's going to live forever.
Right.
Like, do you think your mother's going to live forever?
I don't.
Do you know that she's going to pass?
I'm afraid so.
I had to approach like first graders or something with death. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Do you guys know about death?
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because, they... Yeah, typically do you think that'd be like a family thing to kind of like, the parents...
Right, that's how I view it. I view like sex and God and death and religion and things. Those are family that should not be anywhere near the school. Like I said, teachers should not even talk about people that they have sex with regularly. Their husbands and wives. What a perverse fetish.
That seems a big extreme, but I think that there's something to what you're saying. But like that's maybe a bit much. But like I do think that like there's some value to sex education. Like I think it'd be unfortunate if like kids just because their parents weren't teaching them, they wouldn't even know. Like, hey, this is how procreation happens, kind of thing.
Yeah. So that's why we do that. We make it scientific, factual. We take care of it.
Right.
We address it. Like there's probably 2 teachers in the room. You know what I mean? Yeah. For witnesses. I would want 2 teachers. I wouldn't want anyone saying, oh God, what did Mr. Harris bring up? So we're moving along. So that was the wholesome part of the cast. So this is a real pervasive issue. How do we measure where we stand on things? And people think politics, but it's like, where do we stand on everything? What are the real measurements? And so Dubs is in agreement that we should. Ooh, what happened here? We got a little glitch in the matrix. You're not going to let me do anything. I don't know what's happening. Too many pains? What are the taxes? And that's it. I don't know what. Is this the end of it?
Is that it?
How is that possible? That can't even be. That's not what it is.
Can you go back though?
Huh?
Can you go back?
Nope. This is how I problem solve. It eventually comes. Restart the computer. What? Go back?
Go
Yeah.
back and forward.
Okay, so yeah,
Restart.
so I think it's probably the end. Maybe we cut it short.
It's not, dude. See, it's not.
Some missing
What does that
transition.
even mean?
What is going on?
Transition? I'm using. I don't know what the problem is. I'm using PowerPoint 2010. I'm using the most advanced.
Oh, maybe 45 is the hard limit. You can't go past that. That's it.
Oh, you're on frame 46. Gonna close and reopen. I think there's a way to actually go from here. Fuck it. I mean, you know what? Did I not say a bad word other than wholesome porn or whatever?
You said some other.
Okay. Okay, good. We're already.
I mean, who's counting?
Effed.
But
Anywho, let's just old school it. Boomer vision. These are, to me, these are insane. These are just grab bags. It's like you ask kindergartners or third graders what to come up with.
yeah, like unitary. That's interesting. Like, what? Who? Is there an axis for that? Or I guess it's like people that are into like monarchy kind of thing, or and how's that distinct from authority? That's
right. Well, I mean, it's like how should authority be implemented? But in other words, it sounds like if you're authoritarian, there's another question: how should authority be implemented? So we're all authoritarian, even if we're at zero. So then the question would be: so how authoritarian are you? I'm zero, no authority. Okay, how should authority be implemented if we do implement it? Is another question you can ask.
Sure.
So it sounds like, they can ask these questions, but that's the core issue is, are you authoritarian? Do you think that people really need to be told what to do, like Dubs, and they can't think straight until they remove their thinking restrictions? Do you remember the movie Harrison Bergeron? You probably never. No. That's a rare. That's where the smart people had to wear a device that electric impulses made them stupid.
Okay.
And yeah, to make everybody balance. It was a radical egalitarian kind of statement.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Which is strange coming from essentially the world of the left, but it wasn't popular with them. Because they're like, hey man, that's exactly what, irreligious. What the fuck? See, what is religion? So religion is, there's philosophy, that aspect of it, and then there's the ritual aspect, right? There's physically what we do, really. And so I wanted to have my lessons. One of the first lessons would be, how does reality work? There's physical, there's mental, and then there's a social reality.
Okay.
Have you ever heard the terms Eigenwelt, Umwelt, Mietwelt?
Maybe. I feel like that's actually something Jonah Goldberg might have talked about.
Oh, okay. So these are German terms. Welt is world.
Yeah.
So the physical one is the Umwelt. That's the physical world. Eigenwelt is the personal world, like in my mind. I can imagine an elephant birthday party. Then there's the Mietwelt, where everyone in this room is imagining the elephant birthday party. They really are. But they can't know that. I mean, in my world, I can't know what you're thinking. Right. And you can't know what like a woman, you could be in love with a woman and she can be in love with you, but you don't know that, in your world, I'm in love with her. In her world, she's in love with you. But only the gods know, only the people that can really understand this other layer of reality. I mean, it's a real thing that's happening.
Sure.
These two are in love with each other in a way. They have a special bond that's real. It's not just happening in one mind or the other. So where is that happening? It's a real thing that's happening. So anyway, it's a separate type of reality. So, because obviously mentally we can imagine an elephant dancing party, and what's happening in physical reality is only neurons, So anyway, so that gives you the framework of what we're dealing with whenever you deal with something. So we're dealing with human behavior. There's physical human behavior, there's mental human behavior, there's social human behavior. Those are three categories of human behavior.
Yeah.
And then everything it helps you taxonomize the world. And so this is another thing, back to people, there's reality and people constructing reality. Everyone's constructing reality. Some people realize it. Those people who realize it, they realize, I'm going to make sure it's constructed correctly. Because you're just sort of
naturally always assessing where reality is. If you're like, you realize, the more you're aware, oh wait, I construct reality, I just make the thoughts. So yeah, that's, I think you understand, you make the thoughts in your own head. You know, you've done enough introspection to understand these kinds of things. And so you understand you're constructing reality. So you understand how to construct a reality. And maybe that's what I like about you, that you're able to, oh, what if a monster was at the center of the earth? Okay, well, let's imagine that world. You're not like, what? There's no monster really at the, people like that, right?
Right.
It seems like a lot of people, they're like, there's not a monster at the, what? I mean, we're imagining what if this was, you can't imagine. And then that's, again, with the maybe 30% of people don't know hypotheticals, like they're not able to.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah, it seems pretty important. I thought it was kind of like what made us human, like partially.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you know what's even scarier is that what if people are genetically incapable of compassion? That's the most frightening thing in the world.
Yeah.
That we breed out compassion. And we've maybe bred it out, and that's why these young generations, they're like, whatever, I don't care. He's being tortured. Oh, well,
See, I don't think it's genetic. I think a lot of things are cultural. And so, right? Because, they think even, because lots of horrible things we've done in the past. And we don't think we genetically changed to be less horrible now. I think it's more like a cultural norm type thing. So I think it's likely that that's the case for the compassion element as well. It's just not being ingrained in people, like, as part of their upbringing. Because we don't, maybe we don't have the religious framing or whatever.
Well, wait, we are being bred in certain ways, like, people who speak out are being killed throughout history. If you speak out about what you're thinking and seeing, you're more likely to be killed. So we have an inherent desire to, and I guess I need to add that word retarded, inherently, your brain retards your understanding of reality to protect you, to keep you from being burned alive. No. Jesus is God. That's what we say out of our mouth.
See, I don't know. I think of when we talk about from the mouths of babes, where kids will say things that they shouldn't because they don't know, they don't have that filter. That's why I think it's kind of like a learned behavior. Like, oh, I don't say all the crazy, even the true things that I know.
Yeah.
Just because
okay, so everything has a learned aspect and it has a cultural aspect. I would always say the cultural is stronger. When I fed a hyena in Africa with my bare hands, I fed him meat with my bare hands. Oh, do you know how powerful the hyena jaws are?
Oh, no.
I think it's the most powerful jaw maybe in existence.
Yeah.
Their diet their poop is white, in other words, because their diet is bones. These motherfuckers, that's how they survive. If you can't eat bone for breakfast, you're going to die.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, you didn't get the nutrients. The marrow is what they eat.
Yeah.
They're able to survive on marrow. That's all they need. Bones, they're made for that kind of wasteland of bones.
Right, yeah. Like pure scavenger kind of thing, right? Yeah.
And the way they're built in such a crazy way. You've seen them, right? With the sort of upper bodies very prominent.
See, I think I've seen videos of them, but I can't say I've really seen enough to know the distinction, because I think of them almost just being like a small dog kind of thing, but I'm guessing there's more to it than that.
Hyena. Let's see if we get a picture of Kamala. That is kind of normal, but see how it's a longer neck.
Yeah.
It seems like it's more front prominent, but it's good as any. Well, this one looks really cute, actually, right? But they have the strongest jaws, and they are, when they're wild, they're wild. You don't stick your hand in them when they're wild. Yeah. But this was just simply domesticated to some extent, like in a camp or whatever. As soon as we land, Casey would set up these amazing trips. Anywhere we went, we're just constantly, immediately we get off the plane, we're going to this camp where there's just exotic crap. We're doing things with zebras, physically engaging zebras, feeding hyenas with our hands, having all these strange little monkeys crawl on us,
like the lemurs or something.
Lemurs and all kinds of things. Oh, and then there's the dick-dicks. You know what those are? Oh God, that's a real thing to see a dick-dick in real life. It's like, what is this creature? That's That's what I want to be. I want to hunt that.
Hunt a dick?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That would be the deer we should hunt.
just go to the Hadza
Just BB
tribes.
guns.
Yeah.
Just what?
The Hadza tribes. I think that's how they survive. Is mainly eating like dick and
Oh,
honey.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, wild. Is it wild dick? Or they?
Yeah.
See, so when you're able to hunt, you don't have to keep and corral things.
Mhm.
And paradise is a word comes from corral.
Oh no, I didn't know.
So when we think about paradise, the paradise they made for Adam and Eve, it was an enclosure.
Yeah.
You're trapped
Yeah.
with rules.
Yep.
Oh, these goddamn rules! You can't eat apples. What are you talking about? A rule? God tried one rule. like fuck you, God. We are not eating. What? Don't eat that. Guess what? The one fucking thing I'm eating. Eat that apple. Okay. So anyway, that's what a hyena looks like. Where the hell? There was other stuff on this stupid. Oh, all these dumb things.
Yeah.
But so whatever it is, we really need to get it down because the one that survives. Which one would you say is the one that everybody uses?
Conservative, progressive, or left, right, probably is probably the most.
Okay, you're right.
consistent.
You're right. I was going to say that for the political compass, which it seems like libertarians were trying to promote. The four-way.
Right. Yeah.
They're color coded.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kind of adapted that's the whole layout.
Yeah. And I would prefer that, but I don't feel like people do. I don't think that
Yeah.
most people are like left, right.
Yeah, but again, that's just 4. If we're going to go with dimensions, we got 3 dimensions in actual reality.
Mhm.
Let's just go with 8. We got 3 things. Let's get 3 axes that we can measure by.
Yeah.
That's going to get you some real data, and you can present them in a physical format still that's understandable. I might say liberty, authority, and then conservative as in traditional, not changing anything, and then changing things. So I should not even use these words because it's so overwhelming with people.
So wait, we got another axis to go, right? If you just have those two.
Oh, yeah,
What's the
okay.
third?
Is one this is the mental one, right? See, here's the physical one. So when we look at physical, mental, social, liberty, freedom, break the chains. You're able to do things physically.
Right.
So physically, then mentally maybe because you're. Oh no, I don't know. Well, but how you interact. Yeah, so socially we go how you would interact with people. Oh, it's tracking me now. Do you see this shit? Are you seeing this shit?
I am now.
Are you seeing this? Luckily, I got the negator. Okay, and then we go to the home. Okay. Okay, so... Dude, you wouldn't... do you know that it does the zoom with this? We already did that, right?
Yeah. You show me.
Okay. All right, so... I like candles. I'm sorry, we're moving along, going down to here. Oh, that was it.
But there was something to that. Let's see. There was something actually I had on the conservative progressive thing. What was it now? And you told me to make a note, and I didn't do it. And now I'm struggling to think of what I was going to be. Do you? No, I've lost it.
That's gonna feel that later on my socks. Oh wow, a little too much of the simulated alcohol. What are we doing here? We got to figure out socially. Oh, well, yeah.
Oh,
You should what?
with the Paxton thing. Where was that? Wasn't that part of what we were talking about?
Did
I
we
don't remember.
talk? Oh wait, I have things written here. Oh yeah, we said Paxton. We got all kinds of written notes. Oh, we went old school. The techno glitch. We should have said, look, we're old school. We got notes. No problem. We don't need you techno things. Okay. Anyway, we'll figure it out. You'll remember it, and that'll happen. That's how the world works. It's not just one conversation that's that. Okay. Okay, we need to look at my ASMR buds.
Okay.
Oh my God. So I want you to see like a sexualized thumbnails. And that would be, you know what a thumbnail is, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not talking about some thumbnail fetish. Like, oh, I like to be caressed with thumbnails. any thumbnail that's got sexuality in it, it's going to get a click. Much more than a rep.
Sure.
But so inherently, if you're an attractive chick, so the ASMR guys don't have these advantages, right? They can't just, them showing their abs or whatever doesn't really.
That's not enough. I'm actually kind of surprised at that.
What is her name? Luna Rex. She has the most sexualized thumbnails without it being actually sexual. Right? You see what I'm talking about? What? Oh, I'm just gonna be doing sounds and stuff from a position of
right, yeah.
Whatever, reverse cowgirl.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna rub your penis. Like, look, see, she's rubbing the penis in the picture.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you men only. Let me stroke you to sleep, right?
Okay.
But there's nothing inappropriate. In fact, she does everything she can. Her whole life is like, how do I not show too much?
Right.
Don't hold back. Use the force. Oh no, that's not sexual.
I mean, it is. Look at what she's doing now.
Oh right, that's what I mean. It's like, oh, that's only 40% sexual. It's sexual, overt. You know what I mean. Anyway, so I will take screenshots. Lock in. I don't even know what. Oh, the oral simulation.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is strangely more pornographic than actual pornography, which lets you know that the idea of pornography does not have to be.
Well, I mean, striptease has always been a thing, right? Like,
right. Okay, but you see, she does not have irises. There is just blackness. Oh no! What am I? Okay, it's supposed to be dead. Why is this not even? Well, just brought to you by whatever this is. See, look at that.
No, you're right. She has some very. I mean, now they are kind of brown, but they are very dark.
But it's like you get mesmerized, and then you start looking at someone's eyes long enough. You're like, oh, you're under the spell. There's some kind of thing where you look at a human's face long enough, you're accustomed. You're like, oh, I like that person's face being around. It's just a natural thing. So that's what she accomplishes. But anyway, yeah, there's nothing sexual about what she does. Although she does an OnlyFans, right? And so that's what I was meaning. I was simping. This other nice, wholesome girl, I can't remember her name. It would be nice. But she is, she was doing a review of OnlyFans ASMR people.
Okay.
And so, but she's looking at the screen, so you don't have to. So, and so she's discussing it, and I'm like, it's not so bad. So she was saying it's not so bad, and I was like in disbelief. That's when I noticed, oh, the simping aspect. Because when this woman was saying that Luna Rex did OnlyFans, I'm like, no, she doesn't. She doesn't really. That reaction is the simping. But it's the same kind of tapping into the same thing that you are with. I don't know. We could represent ourselves. We use one-to-one. Maybe, I don't know. There's some kind of simping for the government or something. There's a thing that we're programmed to, and I'm programmed to think, no, she's wholesome, she's a good girl, and so there's some kind of thing you want to like. We're living in some bullshit reality or a delusion or whatever.
Sure.
But it's obviously soft spoken. It's about that. Peaches, if you want to get the best that is not sexual at all, Peaches ASMR. She does it like correctly, Oh, and then they do brushes. They'll take the microphone and brush, or take gel, and just. Yeah. So you're doing some sort of. This is like that's not normal.
Oh yeah, you think I'm being judgmental, kind of thing?
Yeah. Well, it's like not a disgust, pre-disgust face or something.
Yeah. I mean,
or what are you saying? You think this is sexual or what?
I mean, it seems like something about what I'm seeing here on the screen looks like something. I don't know. Like part of this just makes me feel a little awkward. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like self-conscious about it.
Are you getting an erection? Maybe.
I mean, but I mean, maybe with the audio, maybe that'd be enough because I think that tends to be an important stimulus, right? It's like the audio piece of it. So.
But so you're feeling awkward?
Well, just with maybe the content, not with like the idea.
Because it's a sexual nature?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, she's not sexual. This whole thing is not sexual.
It seems like it is though, right? It's just like subtly so. Like she's like stroking something here. Like what's going on?
Oh, you think this is sexual?
Well, right? Is it not?
Well, it's sensual.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean that's a distinction, but I feel like sensual is also typically sexual. No. This sounds like some weird incantation to me.
It's gold, dude. That is just pure exact. When I first heard this, because I was like, what can make me go to sleep? It was like 2017 or 18 or something, 19. I was like, holy crap. This is it's a whole new genre of types of way of doing things.
Yeah.
And actually, I thought about maybe doing some, as a joke, obviously, doing some that are just, but also really teaching one-to-one in a gentle way, because what I'm talking about is just mantras you could just say over and over. It doesn't necessarily, there's not a lot to understand about. You should be heard, your voice should be heard and measured.
Right. Yeah. Now you called me out like saying like being skeptical of the idea of one-to-one, and I don't think I am. I think I'm more skeptical of like certain elements of it, like the 50 to 1 to 0.5 equals 1 thing. Like I'm skeptical of that, but not the whole thing. So I just want to make that distinction.
Wait, you're skeptical of just half equals 1?
Yeah.
No. You are skeptical of 1-to-1. You use that same skeptical energy. Your skept energy. That you just, it's a crutch. It's a commitment crutch. People are using skepticism as a commitment crutch, and saying, I don't know, I'm skeptic. You have that excuse. Oh, I'm sorry, I have my skeptic card. Yeah, right. I don't have to actually say anything.
I don't have to engage with this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like some people are agnostic because they just whatever. But I'm agnostic because I'm like emphatically agnostic. I am. What do you call it when you're emphatic? You're extremist. You're warrior level.
But I don't know. Like, I wonder what word you're looking for.
Fundamentalist agnostic is what.
Okay. Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there is no fucking way you know whether there's any kind of God or not, unless you're talking about gods or something else, like a sock. If your gods are any kind of spiritual thing, any kind of mysterious thing, you don't know if it exists or not. How can anyone know if something exists or not? This is absurd. That is fundamentally reality. You are an absurd person if you think that it exists or you think that it doesn't exist. Whereas Dubs insists that gods don't exist. Right?
I'm just gonna point out the juxtaposition of that going on in the background when you get like all like amped up on a conversation piece that you have.
That would be
in the background,
great.
like it's just slowly stroking like as you like just talk about.
I need to do ASMR rants. Wait a minute, that would be so fun. Do a rant where I'm like, pieces of shit. Why the fuck are you even like a representative? Why would you think the meaning of a word is just whatever you think it is? Really? You're not going to communicate with each other? That'd be perfect.
You should.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
Sorry. I kind of hijacked that, but you'd asked me something about what, like gods or something?
Oh yeah. Do you believe that there are no such thing as gods? See, are you learning language more and you're able to now communicate like an adult?
So, I mean, I can't say empirically that I know, right? Like I don't know. So I think if that's what you're asking me, am
You're
I
agnostic.
Yeah.
Another agnostic is realized. So it's possible that gods can exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so they do exist. Because first of all, what are we talking about? Gods? Come on, like a Neptune level? I mean, it's not a force to like that kind of level of God. It's somewhere in the universe. It's just,
Right.
It seems like there's an obvious, so here's where this reality, right? And so obvious is reality is what we're constructing. What do we see? Oh, this guy just shot this guy with a gun. I saw it with my own eyes. That's reality. So I'm saying that is, boop, I'm going to lay that right on top because that is reality.
Mm-hmm.
I still understand it's unreality. I made it up. It could be wrong, but it is reality. I just saw this guy shoot.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know where I was going. But wait, what were we talking about? What was the thing? The gods?
Yeah.
Shit. I would really love to get in my brain and see what the hell's going on there. I need an MRI machine while I go live, or whatever it would be. Oh yeah, we see all the thoughts. The electric clusters went over here. Well, what's it because it's titty lips? That is a great way to describe her lips, because they are as attractive as breasts. I mean, aren't they?
No.
You're not. Oh, okay, but they're attractive.
They are.
I mean, that's how you want to present lips in a sensual.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that's sexual in a way? Or?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
earrings are sexual, is what you're saying?
No.
Makeup is sexual?
No. I don't know. Just the whole format, right? Like the whole stroking thing, right? Like, and maybe she would do that for her child, but just something about it just seems a little.
Right, she would do that for her child. You just said it yourself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But it's not how I was thinking about it. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, and she is totally innocuous. She is child friendly. There's nothing inappropriate.
Yeah.
Luna Rex, her thumbnails are overtly sexual and pornographic. She'll even do like brother sister porn, or I'm stuck. There's different types of porn she'll reference in the thumbnails, but it's just a thumbnail. Yeah. And so that's a different thing, because that's how we do it. We click. So do you see why we have thumbnails like that? Do you see why we have sexualized thumbnails? What's the solution to it? What is the solution?
The solution is 1-to-1.
1-to-1 representation. If we had a board of users, we would know what people want to see rather than what people can be tricked into clicking on. I don't need a Carbonaro effect short video because I have to click on it. What I want to see, what I would choose and decide if I had the decision, would be something educational. With every 50 videos, show me Carbonaro, which I don't see why YouTube wouldn't do that. This is what I mean. Once we form the board, YouTube's going to be like, oh, great. You're going to do this instead of an algorithm figuring out what you want. You're going to tell us what you want.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like that they just optimize on what got people most engaged, right? So it seems like, yeah, it's changing the metrics. But I think that it's not like they didn't have a plan. I think it's more like, this is what's selling, so we're going to keep doing it.
Right. That's what I mean. They don't know what to do. But as soon as you say, hey, you can make money over here doing it this way, they're like, okay, sure. And especially when you say, otherwise we will leave and be an outside group of people that are not YouTubers. We're not on YouTube's website.
Right.
We're independent. Good luck. Now we're out of control.
Right. Yeah. We found someone that will implement this for us in a different system. Yeah.
And that's the thing. The threat of being independent. You don't want any board that is not under your control, right? Any company, a taco stand, once their customers, we want to know who the customers are, and what they're saying. Not if they report to us and, oh God, we can have a health. Okay. Anyway, ASMR. That's what it is. I went on a, what's her face? Betty White binge.
Yeah.
You know how old she was when she died?
Exactly. No. Probably, but my guess would be what, like mid-80s? What was she?
Mid-80s. Right. Because of her energy, she was still sexually attractive.
No, how old was she?
I don't know. Okay, so she was not 100, but almost.
Oh, yeah?
99.95.
Nice. Oh,
yeah.
Almost made it. Damn.
Yeah, she probably was trying to go to that, And so, who knows? Like, the last days of her life were probably just
trying.
A few more days. Right. Queen Elizabeth, there's a story of her last moments where, she stood there before she died, stood there for days. 15 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Just refusing to die. Because when you are the monarch, your heart has to keep beating and you just don't want to give it up.
Right. Yeah.
It's like me getting off a live stream. You just, no, but just hang on. And like holding the bedpost, just not gonna. I'm not gonna lay in my bed because I'll die. Knowing that as soon as she lays down, she'll die. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
If whether it's true or whatever.
Yeah.
So skepticism. So we were talking about gaff, and because we're talking about gaffing, because I tape the things up,
Right.
and a gaffer is a guy that tapes things, and then I was like, oh, is that so you don't trip? Because that's what you brought up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were looking up gaff. So etymologically, Etym Online is the etymological dictionary you should go to. Oh no! Wait a minute. Did this guy lose it? No. It could have died. It's a human being that's keeping this website.
Oh, yeah?
It's an actual person. So who knows what could happen, right?
Is it with an E? Am I wrong? Gaffe? Am I right?
Oh, thank you. Oh, like that. A blunder. Okay. Clumsy remark. Boat hook. Gaffer to seize. No, it has nothing to do with tripping. And a gaffer used to land a fish. Land a big fish.
Oh, that was just the without the E there on the British. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a hook. Oh, because maybe you hook yourself on the wire. Because we're wondering, why is it called a gaffer if you tape the floor? Is it to prevent gaffes like tripping? And then maybe the hook, you can gaff yourself. You can hook yourself on the wire that's loose. Okay, so I don't know, whatever that means.
Okay.
All right, and we did that, and then okay. So when I did these, so I'm making hotkeys for. You can make up any hotkey you want. I'm like, oh, okay. I want to make it easy, and then oh yeah, that's right. There's other hotkeys. So I literally had an issue with like F5 because that F5 is how you get a PowerPoint to go. I'm like, oh well, I can't have that duplicated, so I fixed that, and then there was one for F1. How would I? Do you remember like that thing came up and like, oh, what was this? Oh, I was fixing the thing and I go back to F1 like, oh, well, this thing came up now, and I didn't even put it together that is yet another double hotkey.
Yeah.
And why would anyone choose F1? That is help, right? That's universally help.
Yeah.
You just never should choose F1.
That's true.
I'm always going to get help whenever I am in it. That doesn't make sense. But that's the level of my incompetence. So, salvation through unaction. Oh. I wonder if we addressed anything last show. Salvation through unaction, which would be inaction to translate to English. It's from English. I speak English. I wonder if we thought of that. That's awesome.
So wait, so what do you have there? I'm not.
Salvation through unaction, because 1-to-1. The idea is you don't do anything. You don't have to do anything yourself. It's that's you don't have to fix the problem yourself. You have to allow people to fix it. That's all. And so you recognize who everybody represents. Now you've recognized you have empowered. So in other words, the thing that you need to do is not give money. It's not do work. It's not think hard about something. It's allow. Clink, bing, boom. Oh, close your eyes. Yeah, I just imagined what happened. Oh, I decided to allow, and you're allowing in your own head other people to do things. So just allowing people does what? You're allowing people to be recognized. You can make decisions. You can make decisions. You get to give your money. You can give your money. Everybody can give their money. And yeah, go solve the problem. Yay. Isn't that beneficial? Isn't that a better way to do things? What do you think?
Worth a try?
Worth a try. Exactly. Let's try it once in our life. Can the humans because the more I think about it, we are definitely not going to be existing for long. It just seems like it can't last.
Yeah? I guess maybe I'm not there yet, but I don't know.
Oh, so let's see, like just nuclear stuff going on.
Sure. Yeah, but we've somehow survived this far. And
yeah, okay, so it's not like the governments are necessarily going to do it, but you got Kim Jong-un's.
Yeah.
You got people that can just really be put in a situation where, take their ball and go home.
Yeah.
And basically, the ball will be Earth, and they'll just.
Well, yeah.
No one gets
I
it.
guess maybe we don't really have, at least that I'm aware, any kind of. Well, I mean, we've been playing with fire, right? With maybe like the bioterror kind of shit, but like in general, the nukes, like we could even set off, 100 nukes or whatever, and we'd probably still be fine, right? I mean, lots of people die, but the human race would likely carry on. Like it probably wouldn't just nix us from existence, but there's probably things we could do that could totally wipe us out. But I don't know. It seems like I guess I'm still relatively optimistic that we won't do that.
Yeah, but there's always hope anyway. Meanwhile, the reality is that there's always a chance that everything can go great.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. You never give up. The mice experiment, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's different. See. So the mice thing is someone could save us from this, but we experience it as we know that maybe someone of another homo can fix this problem.
Mm-hmm.
And so. That's what I'm saying. I think I fixed the problem. I think that's what we're missing is the elected representation part.
Right.
So let's wrap this up, right? You gotta.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So basically, that's the issue. Everything that we do with elected representation that you're understanding that we do is not elected representation. The elected representation part is the one thing that we don't do. So in the United States government, let's say, today, the United States government, we don't do any elected representation. Now, where are you on that?
No, that's where I need you to re-explain that to me. Like when you say we don't have elected representation, because we've talked about it, but that still doesn't.
Because you're
resonate.
thinking we do have it. I do
Yeah.
go I make a decision. They give me two choices. I get to get a beautiful glass of wine or a bucket of shit, and I choose, right? Or not even that. I'm sorry.
It's like, yeah,
A beautiful glass of wine. I guess that's common.
she is pretty. No, but I mean, no. I always vote for. Almost no one I ever vote for gets elected. So, like, I am generally just voting into the abyss. But
Yeah,
I
because
still
you're
get to
not
vote.
electing.
Well, I get to vote.
So, but how? So, do you think that the people choose the president?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm saying. Yes, absolutely, the people choose the president. That is absolute reality. That's a tiny grain of reality. Let's put that in the pile of yes, they do choose. Okay, that's over here on our scale.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a Rocky Mountain size grain pile over here on this size. And it's just like chink. It just, that's it. We know, hands down, we do not elect our representatives. So there's a concept of like how the words work. Like, is the ball red? Does it have enough red to qualify as red?
Right.
Or does the ball have any red in it? Maybe that's that kind of different meaning or whatever. But like, so we do choose, but that doesn't mean that that's the conclusion. That's not the complete evidence. Just like Magnolia, the evidence, the proof. The proof, it is evidence. You're right. The evidence is we do have evidence that we do choose our president. But we have also all this evidence that we don't choose. So the conclusion is that we don't choose. The proof is that we don't choose, I guess.
Well, what's that proof?
Oh, that you can't choose anybody else you want. I mean, you're restricted.
I mean, I could, in theory, write in any name I wanted to, but
you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lisa
So
Murkowski actually got elected in Alaska with a write-in.
yeah. So and that election transfers over. Your power transfers over to that person. I guess that's the part, obviously, that doesn't happen. But you still think that you choose.
Well, like maybe not in the same way, right? Like the way you're talking about, I would still have someone that existed as my representative, even though they didn't win, as it were, right? Like, like they would have some measure of representation, even though it wouldn't be. It's not first past the poll. Like one person gets all of the representation for that group, as far as I understand it, right? So in that way, there's a distinction, but we still elect our one person to take over thing.
yeah, you're voting, but that's a gamble. You're not electing. You're not deciding. The people don't decide. I mean, it just seems like when you look at what the people could be doing, like actually deciding who the president was, with approval voting, I guess.
Right.
That would be, you could argue that's deciding. But they're just not interested in what you have to say. And there's nothing wrong with that. Why should they be? You're not speaking up for yourself. But so you Dubs are not speaking up for yourself because you believe we have elected representation. You're clinging to that, and you want to keep saying it, and that's fine. And you can say that, and if you do believe it, then you are making the decision. Even though you say in conclusion, I've never had any outcome election turn out like I wanted.
Yeah, almost never. Yeah,
because your election that happens in your head is not being recognized. We're not recognizing your choice, the real choice you have.
Yeah.
We're not allowing you to say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my vote gets counted. It just doesn't matter because, like the people I like are not other people like.
The what other people?
Yeah. So like the people that I like to vote for are not the people that other people like to vote for, and they are many more people like that than me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you for watching to this point, if you possibly ever did in the future, because it's not right now. Thank you, and I hope may your elections be recognized. Oh my God, what are we doing here? Stop it. Goodbye.